Hello, good sir. How are
Hi.
you today? Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, you're Saki. You're not right. We're not ready for you. You are ruining our cultural and high-class society video.
So I says to Mabel, "Oh, hey, we're doing video.
Oh, hello there. Didn't see you.
Oh, we're just having a nice hot cocoa on this indeterminate holiday eve."
Unlike other places that don't put actual drink in the cups and they just pretend like, ooh, no, this is real. I burned the roof of my mouth earlier.
Look at
It's
this.
fine.
Look at this hot shit cocoa. Get on our level, losers.
Yeah, if you ain't drinking Swiss Miss, are you even drinking cocoa?
I mean, no.
Philistines.
Fucking anarchists.
Anyway, let's talk video games.
Let's.
So, last time on our top 10 of 2017, Chris got bullied into putting the correct game into his list.
And that's the important lesson of the season, children. Be bullies to get your way.
If you're not belligerent, I don't know what you're even doing. Let's recap real quick, Chris. 10.
Oh, I don't have it ready. Hold on.
Come on.
10.
Zelda.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Metroid, Samus Returns. 9.
Prey.
What Remains of Edith Finch.
Cuphead.
Cuphead.
Metroid.
You skipped Metroid.
I skipped Metroid. I think that was the first time the lights went down.
Yeah. Okay. So you skipped one.
I skipped one. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Actually, you know what it was? We never did number 6. So this is 1 through 6 now. It's good. It's good. We're professionals, I swear. No, come
we
back.
need you. We need you.
Come back.
Don't go. Do you see what happens when you're not here to keep us in line?
All right. So,
tearing
Chris,
us apart.
my number 7 was Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
So what's your number 6?
Metroid, Samus Returns.
Okay, why don't you talk about Metroid Samus Returns, buddy?
The main thing about Metroid Samus Returns is that it feels good to have a proper Metroid with all the trappings of Metroid. I'm not sure if it's a good game, but it felt so good playing it that I couldn't help but love it. Hey guy. How's it going?
Is it time for my turn?
It is.
Now my number 6 is South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
Ah, I get it. It's about anuses.
Saki played this with me. Was there the whole time. The same disclaimer for Stick of Truth holds true with Fractured. If you are a South Park fan, the game's going to be great. If you do not like South Park, no amount of RPG goodness and tactical battle system is going to assuage you of that dislike. Your love of the subject matter is entirely dependent. No, your enjoyment of this game. Your enjoyment of this game is entirely dependent on your love of South Park. And as a huge and as a fan of South Park
And fart jokes.
and fart jokes,
Don't say my line.
I'm sorry.
Jokes.
you're not on the screen. I can't see anything. I really liked it. It didn't have the same like holy shit like WTF moments Stick of Truth had, but there was so many great moments in here involving time travel and lampooning superhero culture that it was definitely worth it. So now the real top 5,
Wolfenstein the Second.
the new Colossus.
That's number 4.
What's your 5 then?
Bridge Crew.
Oh, okay, but that was Horizon. Well,
Everything's ruined. Christmas is over.
Chris,
Yes.
talk about Wolfenstein, and I'll just do 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matt's gonna do 2 in a row. We'll fix it. Wolfenstein the Second, the new Colossus. Holy shit. This game is awesome in so many words. It's a lot of shoot bang, which I really like,
But
and it's a lot of
absurd.
it's a lot of Nazi killing, which I also like.
What was your take on the absurdist like switches in that game?
What do you mean?
Like all the plot twists, like the Ned Stark moment.
Oh yeah, that was really great actually. And I saw that and I was like, oh, what happened, game?
I have to say the final. Oh, you know what? This is your game, but what did you think of the final level being just a walk across the catwalk?
Well, the final level was so cathartic. You know, it was wonderful. I think my only complaint is the shooting is not as. It doesn't feel as good as, say, Doom, for example. But everything, all in all, Wolfenstein 2 was amazing. I had a great time with it.
It was good times.
Agreed.
Now I'll do my next 2, so we'll be caught up.
Yes, please.
My number 5 is Super Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey. Yes.
It was damn good.
Throwing a cat.
Yes.
I liked it a lot.
I love it. This, to me, is the best Switch game of the year. Actually, that's a lie. One of the best Switch games of the year. Collecting all, you don't. I like that, just like the Koroks and Zelda, you don't need to collect every moon, but you could if you wanted to. But just the exploration, the not quite open world, but the more expansive evolution of Mario stages, and just the tight controls and how the joy of discovering something else you can completely mind control and take over. I love being a little flobbable.
I'll talk about it when I get to it because
Okay.
it's further up on my list.
Mario Odyssey was amazing. As a kid who grew up on Mario, I loved Galaxy, and this was the next step from Galaxy. It just, I don't know where they go from here. I really don't.
I don't know. Odyssey 2.
Odyssey 2 Electric Boogaloo. My number 4 is Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. This game hits you right here in the feels, Chris.
No, I agree. It's a really great
Did it
story.
hit you in the feels?
No.
No. Is it because you don't have feels?
I have feels.
Do you?
Yeah, they're in there.
Are they?
Look, here. Right here. This is where the
Hold on.
feels.
They find your feels.
No, stay up. That's my nipple. You pervert.
Anyway, this game, very impactful. The gameplay is not what wins it its awards. It's the incredible voice acting and the motion capping and the story and the way it's presented and the way how it showcases something you don't typically see in games, the mental illness and the PTSD and the multiple personality disorders and just all of that, how it combines and how they use the audio to create like this sensation of psychosis creeping in. It was absolutely stellar, and wrapping it up in a Norse mythology package was just icing on the cake.
I think the Norse mythology thing is the most intriguing aspect because there's just not enough games set in the Norse.
Lots of Greek. Well, we're getting there with God of War now.
Yeah, because everyone forgets that the Norse gods are the most metal gods, and therefore their stories make for better games.
Is that true?
It's a fact.
Oh, okay.
What's the end of the world for the Greeks? Nothing. What's the end of the world for the Norse? Fucking Ragnarok.
Do you mean that action comedy movie?
Yeah, just like that.
Sweet.
It's gonna
That's
happen
what I
just
love.
like
That's
that.
my favorite thing. So, Chris, what about number 3? What's your trizzle?
Number 3 is Mass Effect Andromeda.
All right.
So,
Please.
Mass Effect Andromeda got a pretty bum rap this year, I think. I will agree that the first 10 hours or so is not particularly great.
Yeah, one of the worst openings in a Mass Effect.
It did,
And I'm including Mass Effect's one never-ending Citadel segments.
I like the Citadel because I liked exploring it.
Right. But Mass Effect Andromeda did not lead off on the right foot.
It didn't, but I think once it opened up and once you started doing actual missions, the game kind of got really more interesting. And I think some of the characters, it's not the usual Normandy crew.
Who were your mainstays?
I liked the Asari, whose name I can't remember.
PB?
I liked PB a lot, and I usually alternated. I never kept the same team together.
Who'd you romance?
No one.
No one? You did a Mass Effect game with no romance.
I did. Here's what happened. Because I was trying to think of who would be the best romance, and I was trying to. I didn't look online, and I was trying to look at the best romance. And by the time I got to the end of the game, I hadn't built up enough cred with anyone.
Oh.
So no romance for Chris this game. I know.
Mass Effect was my honorable mention.
Yeah.
It was good. That and Wolfenstein barely missed the cut. For me, number 3 is a game very few people have on their list, but I don't care. Dead Cells, the Metroidvania roguelike game that's in early access on Steam right now.
Okay.
I cannot stop playing this game months after the fact. It's so responsive and addictive, and the gameplay loop is so tight, and it eliminates one of the things I hate about roguelikes, which is that blank slate when you die. Because when you die, there's enough stuff that carries over that you feel a true sense of progression. And so it eliminates that dislike of dying that you have in most of these types of games, because you feel like even if you die, you made some progress, whether it's leveling up something, getting enough orbs to level up your next weapon or item. I don't know. I absolutely love it. The graphical style is great. The music's great. They keep adding more content to make the game more expansive. When this game hits and they want to bring it to the Switch, oh man.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
All games should come to the Switch at some point.
Agreed. That's how it works now, right?
It should.
Number 2.
Number 2, Super Mario Odyssey.
See?
You'll see. Odyssey.
Mario!
Saki doesn't like Super Mario Odyssey.
Why not?
Because Saki's jealous
What? Why?
about it being a cap when it should have been a sock.
It should have been me.
How is he gonna throw a sock
I don't know. How did
You
Dobby
never
get?
know.
How did Dobby get rescued?
with a sock and a book?
Threw
Exactly.
his sock at
Dobby
him.
knows my value.
Did Dobby not get a sock thrown on him and then he was free?
I mean, he did.
Well, then there we go.
That's
That's why he threw a
balls.
sock.
But you know what? That was Lucius just going.
Oh no! Someone
"Whoops,
just threw a sock at you.
now I'm a free elf.
Yeah.
But no, like, what is Mario? Mario's gonna kick a sock at a fucking dinosaur?
Goomba? Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb. A cap is much better. Can I tell you something?
What?
This is the first Mario game I've ever beaten.
Really? That's true. The aforementioned you being terrible at platforming.
Yeah, I'm bad at video games, but Mario Odyssey, A+. It was just hard enough that I could beat it. You know what I think the best thing Mario Odyssey did? The smartest thing they did was remove the live system
Yes.
and
Just make it coins.
remove the time limit.
Yes.
Because when you just give me a whirl and it's like, go, find stuff. I like that a lot.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself. I mean, it was a year of first. Last year I beat my first Final Fantasy. This year I beat my first Mario.
Chris, what do you think my number 2 is?
Well, I saw your list earlier, so it's not really much of a look.
Oh, okay.
But it is a Mario game. I know that much.
It is my favorite Switch game. You might be wondering, but what about Breath of the Wild, Matthew?
Where is Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild is in the garbage where it belongs.
I think that's really overly
Look,
harsh.
it is overly harsh, and I'm being hyperbolic. Hyperbolic?
Yeah, that's right.
Hyperbolic
Yeah,
time chamber?
yeah.
I'm being hyperbolic time chamber. But no,
Wish I was in a hyperbolic time chamber.
I don't want to get into Zelda. This is about our games we liked, and my grievances with Breath of the Wild are long, and this is not the right forum for it.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom
Write it up on
Battle,
your
though.
blog spot later.
My live journal.
Yeah,
my Zanga.
Tell me about it on MySpace later.
Oh, you're not in my top 8 though.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. I'm
Mario
a loser
and
on
Rabbids
MySpace.
Kingdom Battle is a game that, again, no one thought would succeed. We had Mario, we had the Rabbids,
Who we hate.
which are the minions of video games.
We hate rabbits.
We hate the Rabbids. And it was an Ubisoft made game for Mario, and it just, at no point did we think it was going to be good. But then we finally saw it in action, and it was an XCOM style game set in the Mario world with Rabbids just happening to be there in some kind of weird crossover, and it worked beautifully, and it was addictive and amazing, and you really need to play that shit, son.
Well, yeah, I'm
It's
working
so
on it.
freaking good. Saki actually beat the game before me. I wasn't even allowed to play it until she finished it. It was that addictive. I was like, can I play? No, I'm using the Switch. And I cried a little.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was really good. Like, really good. It scratched that strategy game itch I had. And now, drum
story.
roll. What's your number 1, Chris?
My number 1, you'll never see it coming.
I won't?
Never. It's Persona 5.
What? Actually, if you don't know Chris, that is surprising.
Yeah,
So what made you want to finally decide to try a Persona game?
why? Well, I've heard they're very good, and I tried Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, and I don't think I understood it because I didn't have any fun playing it, and I got killed a lot. So I assumed rightly that it was me.
So what made Persona 5 different?
Well, first of all, I played it on stupid baby easy mode, so that helped a lot. But what really dragged me in more than anything else was the story. The Phantom Thief concept was
Phantom
really
Thieves?
Phantom Thieves Guild.
Phantom Thieves Guild?
Well, it was kind of great. You know, I kind of got sucked into going to school and doing class stuff and building social links and fusing personas.
Who'd you date? Or did you mess that one up
I
too?
almost messed it up. I ended up going for Anne, the pigtail one.
Yeah. Did you not go for everybody?
No.
Have that really awkward Valentine's Day moment?
I didn't. I didn't know you could do that. But the real thing was I was trying to romance someone else, and by the time I got to the end game, I realized I wasn't going to have enough charisma to romance her. So I was like,
Why are you so bad at in-game romance?
So, I don't
you
know.
had a fallback?
I
She was your safety school?
She was my safety school, and you know what? She was thrilled. But no, I don't know. I used to be really good at in-game romances. I guess all the romance is gone from my life. Hi, sweetie.
It's funny because it's not true.
It's not true.
Am I right?
Yeah, high five. All right. No, but I found everything out of the mythology and the gameplay, all of it kind of really engrossing, to the point where I can't play the battle music anymore because someone can't stand it. Can physically not stand to hear any more of it.
Because the game has so many battles in it, and it's so long.
It's so long. Even if you're playing on Stupid Baby Easy, it's just too many battles.
Okay.
And the primary reason why it's number one is because it's the only game this year that I finished and really thought about starting again. And I think that's a big testament to it more than anything
That's
else.
impressive. For me, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. The dawn of the Horizon Zero. Open world, robot dinosaurs, bow and arrow. The best game with a bow and arrow this year.
Yeah, only because Far Cry didn't have
The
one.
best open world game with a bow and arrow this year.
Yeah, I think you're forgetting Breath of the Wild.
I am certainly.
That had a bow and arrow.
It sure did.
It had a couple of them.
Yeah, that broke all the time.
Wow, only if you're not good at it.
So anyway, I love the story, especially the second half. The first half, that was more about the tribes and everything. It was good, but it wasn't really grabbing me until you start delving into why the world became a post-apocalyptic robot zombie dinosaur like hellscape. That is when I was grabbed and never let go. The combat against the dinosaurs, taking them down bit by bit. You could get, if you wanted to do stealthily traps and snares, you could. If you wanted to go balls to the wall, and just dive into every encounter, you could. If you wanted to stack on the status effects, you could. It catered to your play style. Graphically, it's unbelievable. And then it was made even better later this year with the first DLC, The Frozen Wilds. And it is the gift that kept giving this year for me. And I can understand why some people might not like it. Not every game's for everyone.
Yeah.
But for me, back in February, this game shot up to my list and never came close to being removed.
No.
I loved it. That's my top 10.
Yeah, and that was my top 10. It was a good top 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah, sure.
what would you rank my top 10?
Your top 10's pretty good.
Yeah.
Your top 10's more diverse.
Your top 10, I think, for you is solid. I was actually really proud of you this year.
Yeah,
I played a lot of games.
I did a lot of gaming.
Usually you're scrambling at the end of the year to fill 10.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's games I would like to put on there. I would like to put Resident Evil higher. I would like to start Assassin's Creed Origin at some point. Dishonored, The Death of the Outsider, and Uncharted.
Actually, my question is, out of all the games that came out this year that you didn't play,
Yeah.
what game do you think would have made your list had you played it?
Assassin's Creed more than anything else because just the way they changed up the formula, I think it's the most likely candidate.
I think it would have made your list. For me, it was probably either Resident Evil 7 or The Evil Within 2.
Evil Within 2 looked really good, like way better than the
I
first
kept hearing
Evil Within.
nothing but great things about them, and I was like, I never got around to them.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they would have been a contender had I.
Well, you're a huge coward. How would you have played Evil Within 2?
With streaming so everyone
Alcohol.
could enjoy my misery.
Smart.
But yeah, I'm Matt,
I'm Chris.
and we are the Nolan Nerds, and this has been our top 10 of 2017.
We did it.
We
Here's to
done it.
2018.
Dink.
I'm out of cocoa. I drank it all.
Well, Kogo comes out on Blu-ray soon.
That was such a good movie.
I don't want to cry at home and watch it again.
You don't want to just be a
I
ball of
can
tears?
just cry at home anytime. I don't need
It's
cocoa
true,
to
you
cry
do.
at home.
Every time you just look at your
Oh, shut up.
what your life has become, you are overcome with joy and you cry happy tears.
That's real
Not
nice.
where we thought that was going, was it?
That's a nice save.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.